Hi, I'm Emily Hargrove, and welcome back to Prime. We are in this very special show with the First Lady of Philanthropy, Carolyn Farb.
Thank you.
And the first segment just flew by.
Seemed like a minute.
It did seem like a minute.
I love talking to you.
Well, I love talking to you too. So just to finish off with your philanthropic causes, one of the things that you say in your book, one of your books, The Fine Art of Fundraising,
yes.
And then your other book is How to Make Millions.
How to Raise Millions, Helping Others, Having a Ball. That was the very first one. This is more academic.
Well, I was dipping into it and thinking, this is, in the couple of boards that I'm involved with, I think I've got to read this one cover to cover, because it's a Bible for philanthropy, isn't it?
Well, I hope so. I wanted to help other people, like have a conversation with someone when there's no one to talk to and they're trying to do something to make a difference. And you mentioned that you wanted to talk about my zero budget philosophy. I do want to talk about your zero budget, yes. You don't have to spend money to raise money. You just have to be creative, to reach out, because there's so many people that want to help. You don't need to hire an event coordinator. You don't need to hire a florist. You can go out into the field. There are people that can't afford to support something in real dollars, but they're willing to give in order to make a difference and create success and help people in their lives.
And so do you have at your fingertips a whole slew of vendors that you constantly go to and they see your name come up and they say yes?
Well, a lot of them really have enjoyed working with me, and they want to do it again, but you don't want to have burnout. And there are other people that want to become involved, so I like to reach out and treat each event unique and different.
I'm so British in the fact that I'm not very good at asking for money.
No,
I need to start doing that.
It's hard. You don't have to do that. You take yourself out of the equation, and you're asking because of the cause, right. And it makes the ask easier. Believe it or not, I don't like to do that either, and I like to go up, but I'm always very thankful and appreciative of the donors, whether it's getting them included at something or all the exposure in the media, or sending them notes, photographs that they can appreciate. So it's...
appreciation goes a long way, doesn't it?
Saying thank you makes a big difference.
It does. For volunteers, for everybody involved. It makes a huge difference.
You build a camaraderie, and I just experienced that with Children at Risk this past weekend, where Jay Leno performed, and amazingly, he gave a contribution back to the charity, and I haven't seen that in a long time, especially if they donate the performance, that's one thing, but he was paid for his performance, but he donated, made a lovely donation, and offered a contribution for people that would make an additional $500 contribution, a visit to his show and his garage.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, to see as many cars. So it was a big hit. I mean, and you can always sell the centerpieces at an event, so yes. They bring in additional funds, because a lot of people come as guests and they want to participate. I like to give people opportunities. People are very tired of these silent auctions, and we're doing a lot of big boards and getting an amazing personality to preside, and it's sort of like a Vanna White situation, right. And it creates energy during the pre-reception.
And you were the one that created the silent auction, I heard.
I did. Actually, it started with the ballet ball, a soiree on the Swanee in 1979, because we were confined to a space where you could only raise, say, maximum $100,000. But having a silent auction at this country club brought our revenue up to $200,000.
Isn't that amazing?
And now it's become something that, whether the retailers like it or not, it's alive and well.
It is.
But I think the live auction and the big board are the way to go today. It's less labor intensive.
Right. Well, I mean, coming over here, Texas, as you said earlier, it has a big, big heart. And philanthropy here is something that I have never experienced before. And it's a wonderful experience for me seeing it, and meeting you and learning everything that you've been doing. It's really wonderful. So congratulations on all of your philanthropic endeavors.
Thank you so much.
And now shifting gears a little bit, in terms of you've also written 2 songs and in memory of your late son, Jake.
I had never written a song before, and as you can imagine, losing my child was totally unexpected. He was a grown man, he was 34, and I wrote a poem, and then I talked to a couple of songwriters who collaborated with me, Jonathan Brielle and this young woman in Dallas, and a child of mine.
Hillary?
Hillary, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And that was wonderful.
The song is, it gave me chills when I was listening to it. But let's just have a very quick look at a clip from it, and because it's a very poignant
Thank
piece.
you very much for remembering Jake.
Oh, well, let's have it. Take a quick look.
Blue skies, I recall your eyes, and I realize you're watching over me. When I have my cloudy days and I can't break through this haze, I just count the ways you're watching over me. The way the willow bends just to let that wind blow, the way your story ends. And yet I know, though my doubts may appear, my darling, it's so clear you are here watching over me. And when that boy became the man and I let go of your hand,
Wow, what a beautiful tribute to him.
Thank you so much. Hillary Roberts did a great job.
Yeah, she did, and but I mean, it's wonderful to see that, and something that people can go back and take a look at.
You know, I'm also raised funds for 2 playgrounds for all children, regardless of their ability to play, and they're dedicated to Jake's memory. Each of the playgrounds, one in Memorial Park in Houston, and one at another multicultural center.
Well, in Houston. Well, next time I go down to Galveston for my husband's family, I'll go with my son to the playground and pay my own personal tribute to him.
Thank you very much.
So music is, you're also involved in other music, and you're executive producer on an album.
Yes, it's called Sold American. That's our working title, and it's the music of Kinky Friedman. And I've been a long-time supporter of Kinky's ever since he ran for governor. We had a successful run as an independent.
Yeah, he did well, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He's amazing. He's bright. He's a great writer and a wonderful songwriter. So we had a play, Becoming Kinky, The World According to Kinky Friedman, that Ted Swindley did, who also did Always Patsy Cline.
Right.
And the play's on the shelf right now. But the music of Kinky that people haven't heard, Jesse Dayton is singing, and it's got a sexier sound.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be a hit, one of these little giants.
When are you planning on that?
It's about, well, we're laying the tracks now in Austin. There's all Texas musicians, and hopefully in the next month or so you'll be hearing the sound of Sold American.
Good, I look forward to that.
I'll send you a CD.
I would hope so.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes. My husband is he's a real music lover, and he loves country music, and so we have that playing through our house.
We want to win some kind of award for our album.
Good. Well, I will keep my fingers crossed for you.
Crossed. Okay.
And spread the word.
Spread the word.
Now, we have another book right here.
Oh.
Lucas Comes to America. There's no shortage of your talents, Carolyn. It's amazing. Lucas Comes to America. So tell me about this book.
Well, it's written for my beloved dog, Lucas, and there's a sequel coming along came Maxie. But I had lost, after I lost Jake, then it seemed like my Shih Tzu Bogey waited, and then he passed away, and I was never going to get another dog. I was really lonely, and these 2 dogs would hang out in front of my gate, and they looked like Toto. So I asked the man that was walking them, who do they belong to? What kind of dogs are they? Because they were different than Bogey. I found out they belonged to a neighbor, and she said, well, they're very difficult to get, and they're Lucas Terriers, and you just can't get one. They're on a waiting list. I'd never heard of this. So I thought, well, I'm going to investigate this. So I applied through the channels, and I'd worked on UNICEF with Sir Roger Moore. So I called his assistant, Gareth, and I said, could you look into this? And then I hear suddenly that a dog has become available on a farm in Manchester, England. So you have to go and get it. Well, a friend of mine had invited me to his niece's wedding, and so I said, I made it sort of a risky wager with him. I said, I'll do such and such if you stop in Manchester and pick up Lucas. Well, the book is about Lucas's journey to America and just getting him on the plane there, getting the right dog pack, because the first time they went to the airport, which was 100 miles from the farm where Lucas was born, their backpack was rejected. So there were 2 trips for this poor man named Dick, an attorney from Arkansas, and finally they got on the plane and they had to go to London, to Atlanta, and finally to Houston. And he arrived, and I was there, and he was shaking and shaking. And it's about the kind of food he likes to eat, dancing with the dragonflies, his visits to the vet, not taking food with strangers, his romance with Zoe, his trips to the fertility clinic, because Zoe, the other Lucas Terrier, was much bigger than Lucas, so it's a bit racy. But and he has an iTunes app, actually.
He does?
Yes.
So what's the iTunes app called?
Lucas Comes to America.
Lucas Comes to America. There you go. Easy to remember.
Absolutely.
And so all of this is done in Lucas's voice.
It's in my voice.
Your voice.
But it's Lucas speaking to me.
Right.
And I'm Caroline in the book, because that's what my grandfather used to call me, and tissue paper. So
he called you tissue paper?
Because special things came wrapped in tissue paper.
Oh, I love it.
He was very special. He was like a movie star. I have this giant picture of him with his two Harlequin Danes above the television set in my bedroom, and people say, who is that man? His name was Jakey.
Jakey. And you named your son after him too.
I did.
You did. Well, you should be called Tissue Paper because you are very special.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to read this, Lucas Comes to America, to my son, and to read the sequel that you're currently penning right now. So there is so much to look forward to, Carolyn. So thank you so much for being here, and good luck with all of your future endeavors, and come back and see us again soon.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
So join us next time on Prime, and follow us on www.onprimetv.com, and follow Carolyn at carolynfarb.com. I will see you next time. I'm Emily Hargrave.